All right, we got a Battletech game going on here. It's a continuation of last week's game. The are you guys the Skull Takers or
Skull Takers?
Skull Takers, yeah. The Skull Takers are trying to get off the board with their salvage that which is a commando and a broke down headless awesome, and they're carrying them off. Each has an arm or a leg carrying it with their hand actuators. So they're slowly moving down the table. We got a 3-5 moving speed with dragging the body down the road. But the remnants of the company Merc company that attacked them wants their commander's body back. So they are going to intercept with their force. We have some light mechs over here. We got some commandos, the spiders, and a phoenix hawk. Over here we got a wolverine and a shadow hawk, a trebuchet and a griffin. And over here we got an assassin and Jenner and Locust. And yes, this is classic Battletech, not that, what do they call it, Alpha Strike.
Fake news.
So, all right, we have everything set up. Any questions about your mission? What you have to get off the board on this end. So it looks like you can go a ways before you have to maybe disengage and drop your prize and fight it out. Questions?
Nope.
No questions? All right. First one's up is the 4 of hearts, the jack of diamonds, 2 of hearts, king of diamonds, 6. Now, if you're part of that carrying the thing, all 4 of you will move. Just let me know which one's moved. All right. Wow. Okay. That was a good cut. So, there you go. We'll be back with turn 1's completion. All right, turn 1 is complete here. We had these guys moved up over here. They flew up over here using cover and concealment because they don't want to get too involved with this, what's going on over here. They moved over here, flying along, and they come around the corner down here and they see you guys way down here. Radio transmission has just came in across, going to the commander of your unit saying enemy forces have bypassed the Westwell Rangers, fast-moving mechs. Couldn't stop them because we had slow. We can be in the area in 10 to 12 turns to relieve you. All right, so relief is along the way, but it will be a while to get there. All right. So, there we go. That's the end of turn 1. No firing going on. Move to turn 2. All right, turn 2 is complete here. They moved down here and dropped the 2 mechs on the ground and opened up over here. The Locust put a medium laser into the Jenner, so did the Griffin put a medium laser into the Locust there. Everybody else tried to do stuff and totally whiffed. Over here, the Wolverine fired a medium laser and hit the commando square in the chest, took all of his armor off. He was like, whoa, what's going on here? That's not fair. They're out of range. This group over here is pretty much out of range. And there's just a bunch of shooting through the woods, which if it wasn't for the pesky woods, they would have had a bunch of hits on that poor Jenner, but kept him alive with all of his mods. That's the end of turn 2, so we go to turn 3. All right, turn 3. We'll be back. All right, we're at the end of turn 3. Over here, it was a hit parade. The Locust ran up here, trying to get a shot over here in the Hatchet Man, and the Wolverine came over here, and the Jenner came up behind him. It's like it's a train going on here. But the Locust got 2 leg actuator hits and fell on his face, and then the Wolverine got a few hits in his back, and then the Griffin over here put a shot in the back of the Jenner. The bad thing happened over here. The assassin came up, tried to kick the point blank into the Centurion, but the hatchet, or not the Centurion, and the Hunchback and the Shadowhawk ripped apart. He got 2 gyro hits, fell on his face, and then they stomped him to death. Took out his center torso. That was a bad day for the assassin. Over here, the Awesome put 2 PPCs and a large laser into the poor spider and tore him to pieces. And this Hunchback over here tore a bunch of armor off that. And so there's a whole bunch of open spots on that commando there. And they did a little bit of damage to the Wolverine. That's right there, the white one. So other than that, that's pretty much it. And these guys all here missed with all their shots down here. They shot at the Wolverine here and missed. So that's the end of turn 3. We're moving on to turn 4. Can they hold? All right, we'll be back. All right, end of turn 4. Over here, the Commando and the Phoenix Hawk came up, bum rush the Wolverine. Wolverine turned around and unleashed into the Commando. Bad day for Commando. Commando's down. General Jack Kirby. Okay, and then over here, the Wolverine unleashed into the Spider right there, and not the Hunchback into the Spider, and just obliterated it, along with the Shadowhawk. Between the two of them, they just disintegrated the poor Spider. The Hatchet Man, he unleashed into the Jenner and tore it to pieces. Hatchet Tack, like, chopped his whole side right out, and boom, gone. And let's see. All right, the limping broke dick Locust got up and stumbled forward after falling on his face once. He got up and put a few rounds in the back of the Centurion. And then the Wolverine proceeded, and the Locust and the Griffin proceeded to tear it to pieces and ended its day in a horrible blaze of fire that explodes. Let's see. And the Hunchback here. This Hunchback.
Shot up the Phoenix Hawk.
Yeah, the Phoenix Hawk. Along with Awesome, right? Yeah, the Awesome and the long-range shooting knocked down and he failed his pilot check with a snake eyes and fell on his back and did some damage to himself. But that's it. Suddenly the recon elements just disappeared. And these guys are the only ones left. It's like a down Phoenix Hawk at the moment, and then these 4 guys like, ooh, just watched half their force disappear in one turn. That's not good.
We got some lucky rolls.
Yeah.
Didn't get a lot of crits this time, but we got a lot of lucky rolls elsewise.
Yeah, you're getting lucky hits. High numbers and still getting the hits. Wasn't expecting that to happen, but it did. All right, so we're going on to turn 5. All right, turn 5, halfway to the rescue. Do you need rescuing now? I don't think so. All right, we'll be back. All right, turn 5 is complete. The Phoenix Hawk came over here to try to do a maneuver on the Wolverine right there, but this Hunchback and this Wolverine opened up on it and cored it out, and it went kaput. Took out its center torso. They kept hitting his center torso and just cored him. And over here, these hit parade unleashed onto the Awesome and the Hunchback, and did a bunch of damage to both of them, but they made their pilot checks. They're good to go. Nothing got into the interior, I don't think.
No.
Right. And then they turned around, and everybody here shot at the Griffin and the Trebuchet. They're still standing, but both of them have some internal damage. And it looks like it's Kaufman retrograde time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or surrender.
yeah,
We're always taking.
well, they're maneuverable. They got jump jets, so they might be able to get out of here. All right, so that's the end of turn 5. So we're moving on to turn 6. All right, into turn 6 over here. They did the Kaufman retrograde, fell back, but it was an inundating fire from all these mechs with their long-range weapons, and finally the last shot of all of it got one crit and hit the ammo on the Griffin, and he exploded into a massive fireball. So that was the end of him. Yeah, so these guys are going to be trying to get away. So that's the end of turn 6. That was pretty quick. They did
go pretty fast.
Yeah, they all opened up and shot the Hunchback. Now they did get the Griffin did put a PPC shot into the Hunchback's head.
Yeah, that hurt.
But he didn't get a crit out of it, so you're lucky there. Rung your bell.
Yeah.
And did you make your pilot check for all the damage you took?
No. Hang on.
Yeah. The one thing you gotta do is roll your 2 dice. I think you're 4.
Yeah, 5, ain't it?
He's good. He's on his feet. All right, so that's the end of turn 6. Moving on to turn 7. All right, into turn 7. They all bum rushed forward. The opposing force jumped back or ran backwards. The trebuchet jumped into the woods. They tried shooting at it and missed. It was just minor damage, like 18 points of damage done to the Wolverine, so not enough to make a pilot check. But that's pretty much it when it comes to turn 7. They did some damage to the Shadowhawk, right? They got through the one arm, I believe.
Yeah.
Did some arm damage. Got an activator.
Yep.
But that was it. So not enough to make a pilot check, but enough to cause havoc. All right, so that's the end of 7. Moving on to turn 8. All right, turn 8 is complete. The Shadowhawk kept walking backwards over here. The Wolverine and the Trebuchet jumped over that direction. And Trebuchet tried to send a LRM-15 that direction, missed. Wolverine tried to shoot over here, but he didn't have a fire solution because it was just way too high. And then the Shadowhawk hit with his autocannon and LRM or something like that. Hit across there because they were 9 range and hit the Wolverine. Did a little bit of clinky damage to him. And then all these guys shot backwards, and there was a PPC, something else hit over here. Did a little bit of damage to him. So not enough to either side make a pilot check, that's for sure. So that is the end of turn 8. Not much. Everybody's just trying to haul down the road, try to catch up. But we're moving on to turn 9. And something's showing up on the blip on the back screen back here somewhere. Reinforcements are showing up off board. All right, we'll be back with turn 9. All right, into turn 9, the Shadowhawk put a little plinky bit of damage into the Wolverine right there. Hit with an autocannon, and that was it. And over here, he shot backwards and with his LRM-15 and did, 9 points of damage, I think, on the Wolverine right there?
Yep.
And that was it. And they put a PPC in the center back and got 2 engine hits on the Trebuchet and just a large laser over here. So that was the end of turn 9. Really, not much excitement happened. So we're moving on to turn 10. Ding, ding, ding. Turn 10. Not good. All right, we'll be back. All right, into turn 10. This guy moved all the way up over here, unleashed onto the Shadowhawk here, did a bunch of damage to it. The Awesome right here fired his PPCs, got 2 PPC hits on the Trebuchet, and one of them went to the back of the head and got a crit and killed the pilot. So There is a dead PPC shot to the trebuchet. He is toast. Then, while they were trying to get back, the reinforcements that they were saying that were coming by turn 10 showed up, which was the command lance of the West Low Rangers, or the command company showed up. We were talking about a bunch of 1-2s and 2-2 pilots with lots of gunnery practice. And the Awesome right there fired at long range and killed the Wolverine over here, put 3 PPCs into it, and got 3 engine hits and 2 gyro hits on it. So it took him out. And then what was left, they totally obliterated that Shadowhawk, exploded into little bits. So that one is gone. So now you just have to worry about see if you get any salvage off this. And these guys are saying they'll help you drag this stuff back now.
Good.
All right.
Maybe next time we won't get ambushed.
Yeah. All right. That's it. That's the end of the game. We'll see if there's anything that gets salvaged.